I just learned something, but I don't see how it is. Okay. We all know the story about Hamlet. Hamlet is a Shakespearean tale about a prince of Denmark named named Hamlet. And he is brought home after the death of his father, the king of Denmark. And that his brother, his uncle, has now the successor of the king. And the king's widow, Hamlet's mother, had hastily married the uncle. And Hamlet thinks foul play, and he is visited by the ghost of his father, telling him, "Yes, your intuition is correct. Your thoughts are right. You know, I was murdered by my own brother. Yada yada." And apparently, Hamlet had inspired The Lion King. The Lion King, 1994's Disney animated hit film, The Lion King. They're saying that The Lion King was inspired by Hamlet. Okay, like it was like an anime adaptation of Hamlet. No. An animated movie? Yes. But an adaptation? No. Maybe the concept? Yes. But the story? No. In The Lion King, yes. Mufasa does die because Scar killed him because Mufasa went to go find Simba because Scar had lured Simba out. You know, and things of that. And he goes on his journey and Scar takes over the Pride Lands, making him king. His mom at no point doesn't marry him, isn't in love with the dude, and there's no Ophelia, because in the story, Hamlet had a girlfriend, Ophelia, who meets a tragic end. Nala's not Ophelia. She didn't meet a tragic end. She didn't meet a tragic end and things like that. So how? Maybe the concept, the story, but no, an actual adaptation, this is an animated adaptation. No, wrong, lie. Lie. You want an adaptation, a Shakespearean adaptation? All right. You want a Shakespearean adaptation? It has to be that. It cannot be anything else. And not only that, my biggest pet peeve is you had Hamlet. You had a film adaptation that took place in the year 2000. And it stars Julia Stiles, Bill Murray, and Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawkes, yeah, that's his name, is the title character. I mean, I got nothing. My biggest pet peeve is that, okay, if you're going to modernize the tale, you need to modernize the dialect. Because no one speaks Shakespearean dialect. No one gets it. No one speaks it. There's no way. Like I said, I got nothing against these actors. And I say actors because it doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl or in between or non-binary. It doesn't matter. An actor is an actor. You are bringing a character to life with your performance and making the audience believe that you as an actor are that character. That is your job. So gender shouldn't be in there. No. Just like hero and heroine. You guys do the same damn thing. Why does there need to be a different word for gender? No. You are a hero. You are a lawyer. You are, an actor. It shouldn't matter. But then again, it's just me. That's a whole different subject. I'm not going to open a can of worms for that. But I got nothing against these actors. You guys did good. It's just, if you're going to make a modern day tale of a Shakespearean play, then you have to modernize the dialect. I mean, you got Kenneth Branagh's. I pretty much butchered his name. So he did some. He did Love, Labor's Lost, which took place. It wasn't modern times, but it took place during the times of the war. But again, no one's speaking in Shakespearean dialect. And then you got 1998's Romeo and Juliet, which is a modernized tale, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes. Modernized dialect. And then you got this one area. Okay, what was it? Much Ado About Nothing, which was there's two versions. You have the one that where Kenneth Branagh, who also directed it, he did that movie with Denzel Washington. All right, that took place in like the olden times of Italy. Okay, that's cool. That'll work. Because no one really knows the now English dialect. Okay, fine. But then you got the modern day version, which was in black and white, and they had cell phones. I don't remember having cell phones back in the days of old, And then, again, did I say it was mentioned black and white? It was a modern tale, and the gentleman who played Agent Coulson, Clark Gregg, he was in there. He played the main character. I can't remember the name of the character. Speaking of Agent Coulson, my mom makes fun of me for it. So, it was when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. came out, because he's Agent Coulson, and they gave the trailer of it, because it takes place after the events of the Avengers, of the first Avengers film. And when I saw Agent Coulson there, I was like, what? What's Thor gonna think? What's Thor gonna think when he finds out about this? My mom laughs, like, oh, what's Thor gonna think? I'm like, Ma, Thor saw his adopted brother Loki kill Agent Coulson. This proves that Nick Fury, that one-eyed bastard, yeah, I said it, lied to the Avengers, manipulate them to think that he was dead, just to get them off their rumps, off their asses to go fight Loki. There were so many ways they could have done it. And if Thor, since he was the one that saw firsthand, Loki killing Agent Coulson, you would think, oh my God, we were used. We were used and abused. This man's death was used as some sort of farce. Like, wouldn't you think that too? Manipulation is finest. I mean, so many things that were manipulated. I can't say that. I gotta watch out with that. I'm not gonna say nothing else. But yeah. When I heard that Samuel L. Jackson was playing Nick Fury, I was like, okay, all right, there's nothing wrong with that, because he's a good actor. He could play any role and be like it. He's a mofo. He's a badass mofo. He don't play. So when I heard he was doing, I'm like, okay, that's fine, because I grew up with both. I grew up with both as, Nick Fury as a man that was a white guy, and then Nick Fury as a man of color, because I grew up with different arcs, so it didn't matter to me. The way I saw it was like a code word, like a code name, like 007, which ends up being proven in, as Daniel Craig's reign, Quantum Solace or Casino Royale, one of these movies where Q is a young man instead of an old gent. And it really did prove that it was a code name, So the way I saw Nick Fury was a code name. Like Lynch in the A-Team. So when I first heard Samuel L. Jackson was going to play Nick Fury, I was like, okay, all right, I can see that, how they're going to portray it. Then he comes out during 2008's Iron Man's post-credit scene, comes out to asking Tony how he thinks about the Avenger Initiative, because they want him in. He walks in all with the eye patch and everything. I'm like, that's Nick Fury. You got me. That's Nick Fury. That's Nick Fury. I see Nick Fury there. Like I see. I didn't have any issues with it. It was just like in Zack Snyder's Batman and versus Superman, when Ben Affleck was playing Batman. I didn't have an issue with it, because I was like, he can do it, because it was going after the events of of Jason Todd's death when he got killed by the Joker, and he looks old, he looks roughed up, he looks tired, exhausted, he's like filled with regret. He still blames himself for not making it in time to save Jason. I mean, that's gonna wear on the guy. You even see the guy, Jason's uniform and everything. So that happens, and all I could see was Batman. Like, he did a good Batman, very good Batman. I mean, when you do Batman, you have to divide this Batman from the last Batman, because Zack Snyder was trying to make this Batman more in the comic books than Christopher Nolan's Batman, which Christopher Nolan's his best power, one of like a close friend of his, and then when Justice League came out, you saw Commissioner Gordon, who was played by J.K. Simmons, like really good actor. He played James Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man. He even made an appearance in Tom Holland's arc with his Spider-Man. And then, not only that, this guy prescribes, like, he's a badass. Have you watched him in Patriots Day or Counterpart? This guy, he's awesome. You put him in any part, he'll do it. He plays whatever character and he makes it into gold. It's amazing. He's a good, talented actor. So when I saw him as Commissioner Gordon, I was like, that's Commissioner Gordon. That's him. And then you roll to a different arc because, like I said, every Batman has to do different arc. You had The Batman, which was directed by Matt Reeves. And, we had some new blood. In this one, you're exploring Batman, Bruce Wayne's detective skills. And with that, you have Robert Pattinson, who's the title role, and we have some new blood, of course. And it turns out, I actually learned he's like the youngest. Yeah, he was the youngest. And then his Commissioner Gordon, I was like, okay. I saw that commissioner. I don't know the guy's name, but he did an awesome job. Like, that's Commissioner Gordon. That's Commissioner Gordon. Hell yeah, that's Commissioner Gordon. But the funny thing about Robert Pattinson is I believe he was the youngest. He was the youngest out of all the Batman actors to play Batman. Much like Henry Cavill in Superman. Not only that, it turns out Henry Cavill is the first non-American, the first Englishman to play Superman. I didn't know he was, an Englishman. I thought he was a American. He could have fooled me with that accent, but it turns out I have seen him before when he was much, much younger. I Captured a Castle, The Tudors. He was also in Count of Monte Cristo. So Zack Snyder knew what he was doing. I will say he's very handsome. Very handsome. I do agree with that military woman. He's very handsome. So I got off topic. Shut up! I know, stop your laughing. I know people are going to be laughing and post this up. Yeah, I go all over the place. It happens. Y'all know it. Yeah, yeah, so, I'm sorry, guys, I got off topic, but yeah, you have the line, apparently, Hamlet inspired the line. I don't agree, but okay. And, Rob Pattinson, he's not the first Englishman to play Batman. Christian Bale is a Welsh actor and he played Batman. Okay, I'm gonna go now because Lion King did not inspire, Hamlet did not inspire Lion King. Lion King is not an anime adaptation of friggin' Hamlet. Get a life.